I say? You wake up to sunshine every day. It's just that little energy boost, the nice kick, and I'm ready to roll. Little breezy here today here in Dumaguete, Philippines. So my time here along the water will probably be short because I don't want you guys to not be able to hear me. But Michael again and Fox, appreciate you guys both popping in. Lace them up. Get ready to roll. Do you carry 20 kilos in your backpack? Probably not, but you know, I remember having those chest plate kind of things back in the States. I looked into doing that, but I could probably do it. No pain, no gain. Use it or lose it. Again, it's beautiful here. Hope everybody's doing well. What is today, Michael? I always forget. Friday? I think it's Friday. Miss Dimples, holy heck, where have you been, Miss Dimples? You've been missed here in the live stream. Where you been? Much love. And Simon's here. Holy hell. Simon says, I miss saying that. Simon says, but hello, Dimples, Simon, Michael. Thank you, guys. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to roll. It's not all about me. It's about what I see. And we'll see how today goes. But every day is a blessing here. Oh, you're in Vancouver. Well, that explains your absence, Miss Dimple. I met another Dimple in my live stream. She's called, this is kind of funny. You have another Dimple. It's called her name is Dimple Toothless, I think. Che is gonna be swimming at the pool today, Michael. She has a girlfriend, friend of hers coming over to visit, and she's gonna be swimming. And again, she can't keep up with me on these walks. As much as I'd love to have her here, she can't keep up. Hello. What? It's the name of it is, you're on my live stream right now.
Whoa! Hi everyone.
But the name of it's called Castaway Drift. So Castaway Drift, D-R-I-F-T, like castaway, drifting away. So I'm gonna go do my walk, so thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, Michael, she enjoys swimming. Plus, like I said, that's more her speed. Me on my walks, this is a little, it's not for the average person, let's just say that. But I wish everybody would get out and do it. But yeah, that would be too much for her. Yeah, everybody's so nice here. That's like kind of like the theme of my daily live streams. To me, the best part about the Philippines is embracing the culture. That's first and foremost in the people. If you can embrace the culture and you're truly happy with it and you love it, there's nothing better than that. I just love meeting people, locals. Obviously, you meet foreigners here as well. But man, I don't know. Every day I wake up and I just say to myself, what a time to be alive. Walks are good there. Here I would be tripping over rocks. You know though, Michael, sometimes I gotta watch my step footing too. I guess in the States we're kind of, depending on where you live, you're used to those very flat sidewalks and you don't really have to pay attention. Here you kind of gotta look a little bit. And then we got DJ Puckett's here. Hello, DJ Ricky Young. I don't know about McDonald's. There's a McDonald's here. It's along my way. But welcome, Rick Young, Lamia Estonia. This is nice place, Dumaguete. Yeah, I love it here. And anybody who's new to my channel, just let me introduce myself again. My name's Michael, from the United States, born and raised Pennsylvania my entire life with the exception of 2 years. I lived in Florida, which quite honestly, if I was still in the States, that would be my preferred choice, living in Florida. But I'd still be working if I was living in Florida. And I always like to remind people that I'm enjoying my life and able to retire early because I'm living here in the Philippines. So that gave me the opportunity. LOL Cool J. Hey, LL Cool J. Born in the USA. All right. Why Florida? Because I'm a warm weather guy. That's why Florida. I prefer warm climate. I spent all my life growing up in Pennsylvania, the four seasons. What was my favorite time of the year? Summer. So yeah, I'm a warm weather person. That's what I prefer, and that's why Philippines just happened to come up on my radar when I was doing searches for where I would want to potentially live someday. I didn't think it would happen this soon, but it did, and I'm thankful and blessed for that opportunity. Gwen says, where's my girlfriend? As I said earlier, Gwen, Che is at the swimming pool at our apartment today. One of her friends is coming over. They're hanging out at the pool. She likes to walk. She walks in the morning, but for her, this is too much. This is not her speed, and I don't even know if she could match my energy as far as walking and talking. This is kind of like my thing. But, you know, you guys will see Che on occasion when the situation presents itself. Thank you. And I have a friend in the Philippines right now visiting from Jacksboro, Texas. That's awesome, Sinani. That's awesome to hear. No, she's not cheating on me. And here's a little thing I'm going to tell you. In the Philippines, in my opinion, majority of women are very loyal. I won't speak for every one of them. Hello, sir. How are you? I won't speak for all of them, but in my opinion, I don't stress or worry about girls here. I don't worry about it because you know what? If one don't work out, there's always another one. I don't even stress about that. Now, back in the States, I might be a little insecure when it comes to relationships. Here, I don't care. I'm not worried. It's the least thing. I'm not even concerned about that. And I know Che would never do that anyway. But if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. I don't really worry about it. Oh, hold on. Stephen Pryor says, how far will 200K go? You mean 200,000 USD? That would go very far. I mean, that would last you quite a while if you're talking 200,000 USD. Oh, hey, Xbox Master, I remember you. How's the walk? It's good. And you know what? I got to do something for you because you're always here all the time. Xbox Master. Welcome back, Xbox Master. Again, anybody who I missed during my live streams, if I miss a comment or a question, I completely apologize. I'm not purposely trying to avoid or, miss your comment or question. It gets a little tough sometimes when I'm walking, so if you guys can forgive me on that, that would be greatly appreciated. Ricky Da Silva says hello. Darren Chandler says hey. Ricky's hi. D's nuts. What's the plan for today? My morning, if I'm on any kind of grind, it's when I walk. So my morning exercise, grinding, normal routine. Dumaguete, Philippines, that's where I'm at. Steven says, how much does it cost to live there monthly? That all depends on your type of lifestyle that you want. That's really what it comes down to. I always give the little comparison from my apartment. It's just a little studio apartment in a nice condo buildings or whatnot. Kitchen, aircon, double bed, hot shower. If you want a hot shower, you have that option. Swimming pool on site, gym on site, tons of security, all that good stuff. And I pay 24,000 pesos, which right now I think is equivalent to $405 USD. And then you pay, and that includes Wi-Fi also. And then all you got to do is pay the water, which is 400 pesos on the average. Electric is up and down, just depends on how much you're using the aircon. I don't really hang out in my apartment much, so the aircon's not running all the time. So that could, That could be up or down depending on how much you use it. I only use the aircon, but yeah, when I sleep. Some of them do. They're just shy. But for the most part, people don't mind. Oh, hello. Good morning. They don't mind when I'm doing my vlogging here. They're all usually happy. They're used to me though. Like, I come through this same area every day. How often do you fly back to the U.S., says Sean, Airline 69? Last time I was home was in March, and that was only because I had been here previously for like 7-8 months, and I wanted to take care of selling my car and stuff like that. And hello, sir. And I was settling to come here to the Philippines. So as far as future plans going to the Philippines, I have no idea. The only way I guess I would come or go home like now or in the immediate future is if there was like a medical emergency, maybe with my mother or father, which I hope that doesn't happen. But my mother and father are both 85 years old, so I guess sometimes I'd life expecting that the worst situation to maybe occur, just so I'm mentally prepared for something like that. But for now, they're doing good, and my brother's taking care of them. So Ricky Matthews, Space and Aliens. Hello, Kenny. Why? Because there's no... Yeah, there's a Starbucks here, if somebody asked that. There's a Starbucks here in Dumaguete. I'm not seeing anything attractive so far. Yeah, you just got to give it time. Be a little patient. I walk everywhere, so you'll have your opportunities. A lot of times, if you go to the mall too, it just depends on where I'm going. But there's beautiful women here. Trust me on that. Art Parks is here. This is Negros Oriental. Exactly. Welcome, Art Parks. For me, every day is a day in paradise. I don't care where I'm at. Simply just being happy makes it paradise in itself. I don't have to see the most exotic and beautiful things, but I walk down this way, back around, and Dan Marsh says, Dan here from Kentucky, is weed legal here? This is a popular question that everybody always seems to ask, which is a good question. As far as I know, weed is illegal here in the Philippines, which could be hey, how are you? Which could be a downer, a disappointing piece of information might be disappointing, but yeah, there's definitely no weed here legal. That's not to say people aren't maybe smoking it, but I have no idea, because I don't drink either. I know you might view me as a party pooper, somebody that doesn't drink, but yeah, I'm like a health nut. Very picky about what I put in my body. I'm 55 now. I haven't drank anything for over 20 years. Feel great, and I want to keep going. I want to be able to enjoy things and do from a mental aspect as well as a physical aspect. So my health is vital to me. Hello, Pure Alaska. Welcome. Thank you for coming here. I hope all is well. Man Cha-Cha says, where are you? I'm in Dumaguete, Philippines. Walking through the city of Dumaguete, Philippines, Negros Oriental. Oh, no, that's cool, Dan. I'm not saying, I'm just letting you know. That's a popular question and a valid question. It's good to know that. I mean, that might be, important to somebody, whether or not they decide to visit places. But no, perfectly good question. But thank you, Dan. Sherry Strain says, you're smart not to drink or smoke. I just have no desire. And when I tell people that I drank before, I drank when I was younger. It was social drinker, peer pressure, wanted to be accepted by my friends and wanted to be part of the cool group, and then, I don't know, as I got older, I always got headaches. I didn't even drink much and I would get a hangover. Something with alcohol just didn't mix well with me. So that's why ultimately it was very easy for me to give it up. And then, I just do my research, what's good to consume, what's not good to consume, and I want to be able to live a good life as long as I can, as healthy as I can. I'm not going to be able to live forever, but I want to live as long as I can. Castaway Drift, what's your diet look like? Whew. Let's start, like I said, with things that I don't do. I don't drink. I don't smoke. If I ever have a soda, which is diet something, it's like me doing a sip, not much. I don't drink soda. I don't really eat fast food like ever. I do have the occasional cheat day where I'll go and get, pizza or something like that. I'm a big chicken, beef, fish. But my number one food that I consume daily, which I recommend everybody should eat daily, is eggs. Eggs, eggs, and eggs. I don't care if it's 1, 2, 3, 4. I average 4 a day, at least 4 eggs a day. Then that's my breakfast. Most nutrient-dense food you can get. The healthiest, has just about everything. And then, I'll mix it with some beef. I'll mix it with some, who the heck knows what. Sometimes some pork, vegetables, cucumbers, fruit, lots of fruit, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I am always very picky about my diet and exercise. Like someone once told me, it's 90% exercise, 10% diet. And I think that's true. Zeno says noodles. Occasionally I'll have pasta, but not really. The only pasta that I truly prefer is like fresh, like pasta. Let me get around this truck. Yeah, fresh pasta or something like that. The good stuff that's like made in Italy, unless you make your own. But yeah, I don't really eat pasta. Everything in an egg to grow and sustain life. Very well put, Dan. I completely agree with you. You ever visit Cebu, says Ola Blue. I've only been to Cebu for like one night at a time, and that was when I was flying, to or from the United States. I didn't fly into Manila when I came here at the recommendation of friends. They thought it would be better for me to fly into Cebu just because Cebu Airport is smaller and not as much traffic. Like, as far as people, it's not as crazy. But I've never been into Manila, but plenty of people have said it's crazy at that airport. Yes, rice is life. I agree. I've learned recently a little bit about rice, which surprised me. Apparently rice, in moderation, can be very good for digestion. I read that somewhere, and I was like, isn't that interesting? Digestion is really important. Certain foods, a lot of people seem like they have stomach problems and gut health problems, and I think a lot of it stems from your diet. I don't consume processed sugar. It's almost impossible to completely avoid it, but I do not consume it if I can avoid it. This year I'm down back on meat in general, just to eat lighter and see how that works. That's good. I'm just gonna call you LL Cool J because that's what I remember. But you got to do, and then you're gonna when you test things with your body, when you cut things out or you incorporate things in your body, everybody kind of reacts differently as well. So you're going to be able to tell how you feel. You might be too low on carbs. You might be too high when you're tweaking things that you want to improve in your diet. Everything's different for everybody. But processed sugar, like my choice of sweetener is raw honey. I don't care if it's in coffee or whatever it is. Raw honey is my number one choice. And if I have to go to something else, I'll go to coconut sugar or what else? Stevia, monk fruit. There's all natural. There are alternatives to that stuff. But here's Lee Plaza, if anybody cares. This is like Lee Plaza. I'm more kind of like in the center of the city, but yeah, as you can see there, Lee Plaza. T Dud says, hello everyone. Hello T Dud. Welcome to my live stream. And again, anybody in here who's new, don't know me, brief introduction. My name's Michael, from the United States, born and raised in Pennsylvania, the majority of my life. Born in Altoona, Pennsylvania. Currently, my current address in the States would be Mechanicsburg, but I did live about 2 years in Florida. But if I was still living in the States, I'd still be working. coming to the Philippines gave me the opportunity to basically retire at 55 and enjoy my life and get it started now and not waiting on tomorrow, because guess what? Tomorrow's not promised anyway. And granted, I always tell people I do all this stuff with my health, but at the same time, I could wake up tomorrow with a problem. It's always, you just don't know. And I'm blessed to be 55, feeling the way I feel. Don't have any like physical inflammation, soreness, tightness, nothing like that. I try to keep using it, because it's like I say, you either use it or you lose it. And you can sit around when you retire and watch the grass grow. Hello. Hi, guys. Hi. You can sit around and watch the grass grow if you want. That's your choice. But maybe when you finally decide to get up from stopping watching that grass grow, your body might not agree with what you want to do. And you might feel a little stiff, or you might feel a little this or a little that. My father fell victim to that. My father retired and wanted to be watching the grass grow. Well, he's paying the price now. So I have them as my parents as inspirations as well. Do you fish? Yeah, Dan, I fish, but I haven't fished here yet in the Philippines, believe it or not. I do like fishing. Holy cow. I'm trying to, like I said, keep up with all these. It's beautiful there. The weather. T. Dud says, question. I'm sorry. Michael Hunter. Hey, A+ Diva. I'm so sorry I didn't see you at first. Welcome, A+ Diva. God bless you. I'm thinking about you every day. Thinking about you every day, A+ Diva. I don't want to put your personal life out on the YouTube world, universe, but A+ Diva, God bless you, and I'm thinking about you. And I'm praying for you too, just so you know. Again, anybody, if I miss your comments or questions, I completely apologize. It's overwhelming for me right now. It's a blessing of being overwhelmed, but I hear the fishing is awesome. Yeah, the fishing is awesome. Everybody I know that fishes loves it. Whether they're fishing with a fishing pole, dropping nets, yeah, they enjoy it. Ken Andrews says, where are you at in the Philippines? I am in Dumaguete, Philippines. Dumaguete, Negros Oriental. And then I can walk down towards the water because it's not that far from here anyway. Everything's really close here in Dumaguete. That's why I like it. Hello. That's why I like it. Everybody's nice. Hello. And everybody's super nice here. That's why I love it. Dude on roll. What's up, Dude on rolls here? Hey man, genuine question. How did you manage to retire at 55? Well, number one, I'm blessed and fortunate and lucky. I guess we'll combine those. My job allowed me to start my pension at 55. Slight deduction at 55, not a lot, honestly. It wasn't much. I don't want to get into numbers, that's kind of private, but it wasn't that much of a difference for me to do it now or wait. And then I had savings in the bank. So when I did the math between my savings and what my basically income that I get from my pension, I was able to do it and live here. I mean, there's not much more to say in that. And people always ask, what's a good amount? What's a good amount to be able to live here and survive? Hello. What's a good amount to be able to live here and survive? If Fortune's in here, I apologize. I haven't seen you, Fortune. A+ Diva, thank you for the hot cocoa. You're such an amazing person. I don't know why you humble me like this so much, but I'm just glad that you're here. And if I can do anything for you in a positive mindset kind of way, again, I've been thinking about you ever since the day you told me your situation on YouTube, and I'm not going to forget it. And you're in my prayers daily. So I enjoy that. And David Jessup's here, and he's in the green. That's how I recognize. Vitaly, I'm in Dumaguete, Philippines. That's where I'm at, Dumaguete, Philippines. And David Jessup, enjoy your walk today. Can't stay, but have a great day. David, I appreciate you just saying hello. That's all I want people to do, is just join me for a walk, say hello, and just know that there's other options out there in this world. You don't have to constantly be on the grind wherever you're living at if you can make it work financially. And guess what? Nothing nothing is better than being happy. You can have all the money in the world, but I don't know. For me, all it ever brought me was temporary happiness. That's it. Midwest Creation says hello from Michigan. Welcome from Michigan. Hello, Cool J says 100%. Yeah, I don't even think about Social Security. Obviously, I'm 55 years old, but hold on, I'll flip this. But when I'm 62, yes, I will be accepting, as long as it's still there. I guess I shouldn't count my chickens before they hatch. As long as Social Security is still there, by the time I'm 62, I will be taking my Social Security at 62. No doubt. I'm not waiting on that, and there's no point. There's just no point. You can't, like I said, I always tell people, tomorrow's not promised. I mean, from a health standpoint and everything, and like I said, I live this life where, oh, you gotta work until this, you're saving all your life to retire. That's the dream. That's what everybody always has, this dream. Well, guess what? If you get to that age and you save up, I've had friends of mine that worked, and maybe a year out, till they were like in their 65, 70 years old, and then it's like a year or two after they retire, they're all passed away. They died, and rest in peace. But to me, that's not what kind of life I want. To work and work to build, to save up for something and then to die. Like, what the hell? Like, who wants to do that? I don't want to do that, and that's why I'm here. I don't want to do it. How could you, Wam Arrow, I don't know. Ken Andrew says, how could you walk around in the Philippine street cities that is so polluted? You know what, dude? I've seen worse, more polluted cities than here, than in Dumaguete in the States. I've seen areas where I've walked around and disgusted. You know what I mean? Like, how the hell did my country end up looking like this in the US? You know what? Nothing's perfect wherever you live. But you know what I have here? There's people that are amazing here, super happy, and if they're complaining, I don't hear about it. I'm not saying they're not complaining, but the people here in the Philippines are what the main reason I'm here. They're so happy and proud of what they do have. Could it be improved? Could it be better? Sure it could be. But you know what? There's always somebody out there that has it worse. And I'm a warm weather guy. I can fly across the water here, take a boat from this port, but whenever I feel like it, the ocean jet, 30 to 40 minutes to a beautiful island called Siquijor Island. That's one, and this is the Bohol Sea. You got Bohol over there, 2 hours away, Cebu. That's just one of over 7,000 islands here. Is the Philippines the end all be all? No. There's a lot of other places you can visit in Asia. I just want people to realize that the Philippines changed my life, gave me an opportunity to retire at 55, to be happy with less, and I wake up happy every day. And I'm a walker. Wasn't a live streamer and then incorporated walking. I've been walking for years. I love doing it. I do 10 miles a day. 10 miles. I'm very, disciplined when it comes to that. So one day I just said, you know what? If my signal works, why don't I try doing live streams while I'm walking in the Philippines, if it permits itself, and allow me to express myself and walk in this beautiful place that I love and I'm happy as all could be, and share it with you guys, and maybe inspire other people to do something else with their life. And maybe if they feel like something's missing, and try to bring some happiness in their life. I'm happy every day just to simply wake up, look out the window and see the sunshine and know that I'm going for a walk. And then you throw in all the other things you can go out and do. There's so many other things you can do. Travel within Asia, embrace different cultures, learn about the people. I don't miss being home back in the States. I enjoy learning new things, learning about different people, seeing how they react or respond to different situations. And I'm just happy. I don't know how else to put it. And they're very welcoming here. They're proud that other people come here and visit. Now, there's some people that maybe don't like it, of course. Nothing's perfect, but I love it here. And again, you guys, I'm sorry I get carried away. I'm just passionate about talking, and then I know there's so many people in here supporting my channel, which I love it, and I'm blessed. I wish I could read all of them. May great God keep you, Seth says, wise man lucky. Yeah, I put all my faith in him. That's the honest truth. I give it all to him. And you know what? Ever since I did that, I feel like he's been giving me so much in return. I'm able to enjoy my life right now, you know, and I live in today, in the moment. I don't worry about tomorrow. I'm just thankful for today, and whatever tomorrow brings, it brings, but I'm not worried about it. I'm just happy. I'm just looking at coconut trees. Something so simple as coconut trees. I bring it up all the time, but I love it. Where are you at, brother? I'm in Dumaguete, Philippines. Dumaguete, Philippines, and I'm from the United States. My name's Michael, born and raised in Pennsylvania, but again, living my dream. This might not be a dream for everybody. That's okay. I'm just sharing my excitement, my happiness, and you know what? Might influence or inspire someone else that's maybe was in a similar situation to me, and they might just say, yeah, I might just buy a plane ticket and go check it out for a couple months. Who knows what would happen? I don't know. You don't know until you try. Bees Poppin says, yes, the best country in the world. Hello, Bees Poppin. And anybody else, like I said, if I don't see your comment, I'm looking and walking. See somebody says curated Maines or something. In Vancouver, Canada right now. This is where I grew up, brother. Thanks for the live stream. Appreciate you being here. I love it here. If I were in Canada, if I were you, I'd probably miss being here. I'd rather be here. I'm gonna go back up the street though. Michael, it's clean there compared to Portland, Oregon. I believe it. Like I said, I've seen little improvements even from the time that I've been here as far as cleaning places up. I mean, I don't think it's, I mean, even the roads seem a lot better in certain situations. But then again, I understand if you're in the Northeast or you're somewhere where snow is, they got to plow the streets, so the plows probably damage the roads and stuff. But where I live, people litter everywhere. Yeah, and see, that's what I'm talking about. Like, when people point out litter here, it's like, really? Well, where do you live? Because you're not you in particular, but someone wants to point out a trash here and there. I'm like, well, where do you live in the world? Because where I live in the States, I always saw trash all over the place too. Yes, it would be great if the trash wasn't an issue here because I feel it's so beautiful here. But who knows? Maybe it'll improve. Takes everybody. This is just, hold on. Frank said 100. Thank you, Gwen, Frank. I'm seeing them pop up. I was just trying to cross the street. Thanks for the tour. I'm a hillbilly in Virginia. Something. But look at this motorbike. Every day I got to show this motorbike. This is like my favorite motorbike in all of Dumaguete. A very distinct color. I love the hand. Now, I don't have one, but I like this one. I see it all the time. This is such a nice motorbike. But anyway, I heard the Philippine government is planning to ban those tricycles. I haven't heard anything in regards to that. That would kind of stink. You mean just the tricycles like these? I can't imagine them doing that, but again, you might know more than I do. That would stink. That's a lot of transportation for people. Alex said, Pennsylvania, the steel town, some of the very old metal bridges I've seen in Pittsburgh. Welcome, Alex. Yeah, I was born in Altoona, Pennsylvania. I love it when people come here from Pennsylvania, especially people either in Altoona or near it. It's like a small world, and I haven't been in Altoona in years. Like, my current address is like Mechanicsburg, outside of Harrisburg, Central PA. How are you helping the trash problem in your neighborhood? Well, for me, I guess if you're talking about me, I throw all my trash in a trash bag, and sometimes you'll see people have their trash out ready to be picked up. I'm telling you, I've seen improvements. Like, you know, and obviously animals get in bags of trash too that can cause problems, but a lot of this stuff's bagged up. Actually, I thought about doing it, just going out and buying a bunch of trash bags and walking all over the Dumaguete here and picking it up. That thought did cross my mind. I just didn't know if it would, like, maybe offend people to see a foreigner picking up the trash. I don't know. But I did think it. Vitali, Steve, you so clown trails. My family is from Bookville. Welcome, Justine. First Kind says Fayette County here. That's awesome. Thank you for being here. I'm just trying to catch up on some of these. Steve says, but I see same problem like Europe, sky full. You know what? I've never seen any chemtrails here, Steve. I just see simply clouds. I know what a chemtrail looks like. I saw plenty of them in Pennsylvania. So I haven't noticed them here ever. But maybe you're, more up to snuff than I am. I've never noticed or thought, maybe I saw chemtrails. Not to say it isn't possible. Alex says, I'm from Bay Area, California, but I visited Pittsburgh and like the city, but it's getting really cold during the winter. Yeah, I don't care about winter and cold anymore. I'd rather sweat my butt off than freeze it. Chemtrails have been a thing since my grandfather's age, which, yeah, that's a shame. Hopefully that they stop, or they have stopped. I'm not sure. I haven't been into the States to really look in a while. But at least when I was there in March of last year, I didn't notice too many. But maybe that was just convenient. Maybe I just didn't happen to notice any. He used to tell us that it's a way the government creates rain for the farmers. Yeah, I don't believe that. But everybody can believe what they want, but I don't believe it. Hello, Tony. Dan Marsh says, when is the season for rain? Basically like kind of June, late June until December's rain season. But it's hit or miss. It's like in, winter season. Some winters in Pennsylvania, we'd get a lot of snow. Some winters we wouldn't get much snow at all. Just depends. Hey, I didn't think the rain season here in Dumaguete was all that bad. I felt like there was more sunshine than rain. Hold on, I missed. William sent a high five. Thank you so much, William. I appreciate that. I just saw that pop up on the screen. Greatly, greatly appreciate that. I always joke when I say, hey, where'd you park your motorbike? But yeah, that's the Lee Plaza again. Like I said, I zigzag all over the streets, allow you guys to people watch and see things here in Dumaguete, Philippines. Ricky says, take care always. Full summertime, March to May. Yeah, basically, I guess you slowly start to see people coming here now. This is the time when everybody starts coming to the Philippines. That way they can plan stuff and not have to worry about rain like disrupting their travels. Anthony Gutierrez says, hey friend. Terry said, what kind of mice it costs to live there per month, kind of food, how? Terry, like I said, from everybody I've met here in the Philippines, and I'm just giving you a random ballpark, you can live as a single person fairly well, decent. Again, depends on how luxurious of a place or whatever you need. Are you eating out every day? Are you cooking at home? You can be fine, in my opinion, between 1,000 and 1,200 USD. You really can. But again, then if you're going to travel more, that adds another layer to it. Eating out every day, another layer to it. Hey, hello. It just depends. That's so hard to answer. But if you're a guy that can just live with the basics, eat out randomly, eat at home, take trips, like save up and take a trip, you're fine. A lot of people say, what about 2,000? In my opinion, and even Fortune, I don't know if Fortune's here, but he'll tell you, $2,000's almost more than enough to live here in the Philippines. Anthony sent the 100. I just saw that. Thank you. Ricky says, watching from Cubao, Quezon City. Shout out, Idol, my family. Beniza there in Bicol, Albay, Philippines. Thank you for being here, everybody. Like I said, it's very, 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 very difficult for me to read all these comments when I'm out walking. I appreciate you taking the time out of your life to support me and walk around with me in the Philippines, Dumaguete specifically. But again, everybody, thank you from the bottom of my heart. It means a lot, and I love doing it. I want to inspire people. I always say if I can inspire one person a day, just one, I'm winning in life. And I just wanted to share that. Watching from the Nantucket looks like the same place. I mean, some place, depending on where I'm walking, yeah, some things do look similar or familiar, not much different. But to me, it's not about, I guess to an extent, it's what you see with the people. But to me, it's not, what makes the Philippines for me so special is the people and the interacting with people and the friends I've made and how welcoming and friendly they are. And then you see people that are struggling, there's people struggling all over the world, but they just handle it differently here. They're survivors. It's very, very family oriented here. That's the best way I can put it. The women very friendly over there. Terry, yeah, they're friendly in a good way. Some are also very shy though, but that's not a bad thing. Some of them are just insecure, not so much, well, even if they're beautiful, they're insecure about their looks, but I think it's more so they're shy in general. You're a foreigner. They're probably worried about, hello, sir. They're worried about their English, maybe not being, perceived so well. They're insecure about that. But people drive by me, they want to say hello. Like, I've gotten to know so many people here and new faces every day. You wonder how I'm able to meet so many people, but they remember me, or they simply just driving by saying hello. They know I have good intentions. I just want to share the Philippines, get people to just get out, get out in your life. Don't be content, with your little comfort zone or whatever, and just try something that you never thought you would do. Don't talk yourself out of it. Don't be afraid. Xbox says, hi, Stone Cold Wind says, one of my close friends from Cebu City. Welcome, Win 4. A Plus Diva says hi at Day G, 2,000 a month. Yeah, you'd be fine with that. Like I said, my number one guy, and I'm not throwing shade at anybody, but like my number one guy, I have a couple. Fortune knows his stuff really well. Gino from Dazzle TV, he knows his stuff really well. Hey guys, how are you? He knows his stuff. I'm like the newbie. I can give you the newbie perspective and things and ideas. Like I'm the new kid on the block basically. And I just bring my energy because I am happy. I don't need to fake this. I live for this. I thrive for this. What equipment you use for streaming? I just basically have my iPhone 15 on a DJI gimbal right now. Hello. That's what I do. I wasn't using the gimbal before, but I noticed it keeps it smoother, so I do like that. Easier to hold in my hand versus the phone getting all sweaty, because yes, I'm sweating. So your hand gets a little slippy. Jerry Skid says, where's this at? Dumaguete, Philippines, Jerry. Dumaguete, Philippines, Negros Oriental. Che saying hello. Starcade. Have you ever been to Pattaya? I'm not sure if I've ever heard of Pattaya. And if I apologize for not. Maybe you can let me know. Where is that? Where's Pattaya? Where's Pattaya? User something EE says hello. Vitali, that does suck. I moved to a state and area in the US that changed over the years and it sucks. Disobedient Civilian says Thailand. Welcome from Thailand. I'm in Dumaguete, Philippines, if you didn't hear that. Yeah, okay, Pattaya is in Thailand. Well, thank you. I haven't been to Thailand yet. My girlfriend's been to Thailand, but I haven't. Hello, sir. How are you? Thank you. My girlfriend hasn't been she's been to Thailand, Hua Hin, but not me. So she's one up on me when it comes to traveling and being somewhere outside of the Philippines. Yes, the friendly. That's why I tell everybody, like, it's the people. Even the gentleman, the Filipino that's on my thumbnail for this live stream, his name's Edwin. He's a security guard at Silliman College. I've known the guy. I mean, I've been saying hello to him for over a year since I got here. He's always said hello to me for over a year, and I finally said, I got to introduce myself to this guy. So I went up to him and I asked him if he drinks coffee, And he said he did. He introduced himself as Edwin. So this morning where I go to get my coffee before I do my live stream, I got him a Spanish latte, iced Spanish latte, and gave it to him. And he took a picture with me, and he's the security guard. He's on my thumbnail for my live stream. So you'll see a picture. Security guards are amazing here. Everybody is. Like I said, though, what's nice is the more I do this, the more people recognize me. And then they just kind of like, oh, you know, whether they know me or not, they're like, oh, you know, that's that vlogger. They don't forget who you are. Anthony says that was awesome. Yomala Santos says, Isu, maybe you're in Brazil. Welcome from Brazil. If that's where you're at, that's awesome. The people look so chill and happy. Yeah, they are. They are. Again, like a lot of times, I don't even know they're looking to get my attention, and they just want to say hello. You know, I love that. They just want to be a part of it, and it makes them smile. And if I see them smile, that makes me smile. That's like the best gift that you can get that money can't buy. Happiness. I've never felt anything like this before, and I'm speaking from the heart. You know, I never walked around in the States and felt like I was anything other than just another person. Here you feel special. I feel grateful and thankful. Don't let it go to your head. You gotta just be appreciative, you know. The Philippine people are amazing people, just, you know, trying to live their life the best as they can to survive. You meet families, you meet children, you meet everybody here. They're wonderful, wonderful people. I am an open and friendly guy, but the last few years I feel guarded walking around and like I have to be aware of my surroundings and how I'm carrying myself at all times. Yeah, I don't feel like that anymore. I haven't felt like that in a very long time. Things are very different for me here in the Philippines. Philippines changed my life. Maybe in a way you could say the Philippines saved my life. Not like I was in like any depressed state or anything like that, but it was just like life just felt like, I guess this is as good as it gets when I was living back in the States. Work, off on the weekends, get bored, unless you go on your vacation or whatever. But then it's like I always felt like I was buying a lot of materialistic stuff just to supplement and make up for my lack of happiness. Here, I don't feel like that at all. I never want to buy anything. As long as I have food to eat and a good pair of sneakers on my feet, that's good enough. Curious says, I miss home, flying there this August. You can say kumusta to them. That means how are you? Yeah, kumusta ka, and then mabuti. You say you're good, and you know, mayong butang, mayong mutad. You know, depends on the time of the day here in Dumaguete. They speak Bisaya. The weather today, Savion, is a beautiful sunny day here in the Philippines. Dumaguete, Philippines. Beautiful sunny day. Very, very happy. Isuk. Yeah, that's right. Nangdang hapon. Good afternoon. And then they have for the middle of the day, the morning, evening. Yeah, I'm taking notes. That's my New Year's resolution, is to learn Bisaya. That's my New Year's resolution. I didn't really have anything I could give up for for my New Year's resolution. I'm pretty strict on my diet as it is. Other than wanting to become just a better person, a better version of myself. Because I think we can all, seeking for myself, I can always be better. You know what? My perfect New Year's resolution would be to learn the Bisaya language, at least because that's where I'm at. That's good enough for me. I don't know if I could juggle learning multiple languages. That would be overload. What's for lunch out there? Usually I just have like a breakfast combo lunch all together. Usually eggs, fruit, beef, some kind of meat, and calamansi juice. I drink calamansi juice as well. And you teach us Visaya on this channel. Ah, that's funny. Maybe at some point I'll teach Visaya. I don't know enough of it yet. I'm certainly not confident in it. The pronunciation's the hard part. It's like with my accent, I'll say certain things and kind of get a little tongue twisted. So at some point, someday, I will get, the Visaya. I just want to do that. Plus, the people here would greatly appreciate hearing me speaking Visaya. But I want to learn more than just the basics. But you have to do it and practice it and use it all the time. I need to kind of put English on the back burner a little bit and really just focus on communicating in Visaya. And that's how I think I'll pick it up and learn it much faster. I'm originally from the United States, born and raised, born in Altoona, Pennsylvania, for a lot of my life. And then family moved to central PA, just outside of Harrisburg, Mechanicsburg, PA, New Cumberland area. And then for about 2 years, I lived in Florida. If I was still in the States, I'd be living in Florida. That's probably where I'd be. But again, if I was still living in the States, I'd still be working. That's just a fact. I repeat that every day for people that are new. I wouldn't have my pension and my savings would not be sustainable enough for me to live a comparable life in the United States. So I'd have to work. So that was another thing that was, a part of my decision to come here, and it was very easy to do it. Todd Freeman says it's 25 degrees in Vermont and is 12:45 a.m. Well, thank you for being here. Hello. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you being up so late. That's very humbling, that people actually just hang out with me while I'm out walking in the Philippines, and you could be sleeping or it's late. Amoxie says the shaking. I apologize for the shaking. This is as good as it gets right now, my friend. If it's gonna make you nauseous, that's probably not good. Start up a business in the Philippines. I probably won't, but that's not to say there are people that do have businesses in the Philippines, or like foreigners, and then they're with their Filipinas, they get married, and then they do their businesses on the side. Where are you from? United States, born and raised in Pennsylvania. Curate says Silliman University there is the first American university established dating the U.S. 1901. Wow. I didn't realize Silliman was there since 1901. That's a long time. There is a lot of history here in Dumaguete. A lot of like old buildings and stuff that are still standing that they didn't remove. Let's all donate for a gyro stand. I would be all right with gyro. I'd also be all right with anything that serves me. I'm a big fan of Mexican food. The food's my favorite. I do like Philippine food, but people always ask, what's your favorite food? And Mexican. Give me burritos, give me tacos, give me enchiladas, give me quesadillas, I love Mexican food. Gyro is pronounced here, yeah. I mean, I don't know if I'm saying it wrong, but I always just call it gyro. It is breezy here, so if it's windy and you guys don't hear me or it just cuts out, I apologize. I just wanted to show you guys more towards the water. This is the boulevard. This is where this gets a lot more active later in the night. Just say hi, Michael. Oh, Donnie says hello, Michael. Hello, Donnie. I saw that someone got rid of it. No, I haven't tried dog, but I know that people here in the Philippines have. That's just the reality, unfortunately. I don't know what their circumstances were that they had to rely on that as an option, but all right, win. That means I'm turning around. I'm gonna go back the other way. Yeah, I mean, it feels good to me. It just doesn't sound good to you guys. All right, thank you for the heads up. That's why I keep it down at the bottom so I can hear you guys. Matthew says, I'm walking here. Well, where are you, Matthew? Where are you walking at? You mean you're walking here on the boulevard in Dumaguete? Or you're just out walking while you're watching this live stream? You'll see, like, the ocean is like right there. I just didn't want the wind to bother people. Just in case, since you're an American, people there might call you Joe. Maybe. Maybe I'm just an average Joe. But I'm just an average Michael. I typically go by Michael. Let me go up this way because I don't want the wind to be trying to read this. Says thank you, someone from the USA or something. Hi, thank video live. Where's the ocean? Yeah, you'll see it better this way. I'm kind of trying to get away from the wind for now. Again, my apologies, it happens. Todd says, I think the view is amazing. Feels good. Like I said, the view doesn't do any justice. You need to be here. You're brilliant, my friend. You've got the right decision. Good luck and enjoy, says Nino. Thank you. I feel like I did too. I don't know about my decision to walk in this wind because it is really breezy. Feels good to me. Do you get paid for your videos? I am considered monetized, but it's very little. It's very little. And you know what? Whatever I make, that's just a blessing. I don't really think of YouTube for that. I just want to inspire people and share my story. That's what I want to do. Yes, is it nice to make extra money? Yeah, because then that'll give me opportunities to travel maybe and do other things and share that also on YouTube. So it's kind of like one of those win-win situations, you know. What island is that in the Philippines? I'm on Dumaguete, Philippines. The island way over there is Cebu. The island, I don't know if you can see in between here, but there's another island right there. That is Siquijor. You can take the fast boat from the port here to Siquijor in like 40 minutes. It's beautiful over there. I'm watching from Hong Kong. Philippines is cool and peaceful. Thank you for being here from Hong Kong. And Naz Cat sent 100. I saw that, one of them gifts. I appreciate that, Naz T Cat. That's very generous of you. Those are just blessings for me. I don't expect that kind of stuff. If you do it, it's just a reflection of the person that you are, and that's it. And if you don't do it, it doesn't matter. I still treat everybody the same. I'm just thankful people are here while I'm walking, showing you guys the Philippines. Yeah, I'd say it's cheaper here. Night Wolf said Cebu is nice. I'm living here, Max. I'm living here. My first time here was more or less traveling, feeling the Philippines out, seeing if I could live here. And then once I was here I knew I wanted to be here after 2 months, but I was here like 7 months my first time here. I loved it. Monkey says, I want to move there. Hey, all I can do is say, travel here, try it. The worst that can happen is you just don't like it. Burger King or Wendy's? Here, there's no Burger King or Wendy's that I know of. Bacolod does have a Burger King. There's a McDonald's here, but Bacolod does have a Burger King. I do remember that in their mall, they had a Burger King. And Max, yeah, it is. I think it's clean. Could it be cleaner? Of course. But you know what? There's worse. There's always worse. You're a kind and informative. Social media is designed to divide and create controversy. I agree with you. I don't want to talk about anything but good things and happy things here, because that's all I want in my life. I want happiness, enjoying my life, accept my blessings, and inspire others to just understand there's other opportunities out there, you know. I get it. Not everybody can just jump on a plane and leave. They have other obligations. I understand that. Blunkster, BK, and Wendy's are in Manila. Yeah, in the bigger cities. Like I said, Bacolod's a bigger city, so that's why I don't know about a Wendy's, but they definitely have a Burger King in Bacolod. I'm sure Ilo probably has stuff in the bigger cities. Although Dumaguete's a city, I consider Dumaguete a town. It's not like the really high-rise buildings. It's more of a close-knit community. That's another reason why I like it so much in Dumaguete. Just because I think everybody knows everybody here, and some people might see that as a negative. They don't want to be somewhere where everybody knows everybody, or everybody knows your name. But I'm okay with it. I love it here. Love seeing the sun, man. Dark here at 4 p.m. and 40 degrees. Yeah, sunshine's good for you. Just get it in moderation. You know, a lot of people here, they hide from it. I just think some people don't realize how healthy getting a decent amount, a certain amount of direct sunlight daily is healthy for you. I certainly don't think God would make the sun to be bad for you, but that's just one man's opinion. But this is here is called the Quaison Park. There's not a lot of people here right now. Like I said, early on it's kind of quiet through the parks. This is where people play pickleball. It'll all start picking up, you know, later. That's when more people come out after work or when the sun starts going down. Right now it's not very humid today here. Definitely breezy. I don't know, maybe 85, 86. Don't feel that hot to me. And then you got the Jollibee across the street. People there want to be pale. You might see some people with an umbrella. Yeah, they use the umbrellas. You're right. They use the umbrellas. Hello. How are you? He just wanted to say hello. He ran the whole way over here from across the park. That's funny. But yeah, you guys know the famous Jollibees. Dean McCain says, "Hey, Michael, I'm here walking with you." That's awesome. So when you say that, though, you mean walking with me while I'm walking, or are you here in the Philippines? How much does it cost to live in the Philippines monthly? Again, Monkey Wrench Studios. That's a very, it depends on what your lifestyle is. In my opinion, you can live very comfortable here as a single person, or even in a relationship with another person. $1,000 to $1,200 a month, you'd be fine. $2,000 a month, you'd be, in my opinion, you could live like luxurious in a way. You definitely would. I wouldn't spend that much. I don't spend that much a month. Hello, I'm from Japan. Have you ever visited Japan? You know what? I would say your name from Japan. Japan is like the country on my list to visit. Although I'm in the Philippines, my number one country in Asia that I want to visit is Japan. Imagine that. I love the Japanese culture from what I've seen of it. Again, I haven't been there. I think Japan is really awesome. And that's the number one place I want to visit someday is Japan. Yeah, there you go. Thriving says 5,000 per month. You're a king. You're a king amongst kings on $5,000 a month. Yeah, 1,200 to $2,000. You're fine. And like even Fortune will tell you $2,000. You almost like spending too much in certain circumstances. But again, it depends on the lifestyle. Are you going to travel every week, every couple weeks, every month? I don't know. Everybody's different. But no matter what I do, I'm simply happy. I don't care if I go a whole whatever. Getting up, walking every day, enjoying the sunshine, no stress whatsoever, meeting new people every day. I feel like I'm on vacation every day. Today is Friday. I forget the days of the week half the time anymore because you don't have to worry about it. So yeah, every day feels like a Friday. Whoops. And then, yeah, I don't know. It's like hard to describe sometimes. It's like once you find your comfort zone and you have it and you don't have to worry and stress about stuff anymore, it's truly amazing. Truly a blessing. And then we got somebody that says North Korea mussels, greetings from Germany. Wow, that's awesome too. Germany, greetings from Germany is Miriam. Welcome, Miriam. Yeah, there's something I heard you can't smoke there. Yeah, there's some locations you can't smoke. Actually, in my apartment or complex, studio apartment complex, you can smoke there. They have like a smoking zone area where everybody goes to smoke. Like, it's outside, obviously, but I do know there's some locations that just don't, I think they forbid it, but I don't smoke, so it's not like that's anything I really cared or wanted to educate myself on. But now that I know, I can let people know that, like, there is some strict rules when it comes to smoking. Bill Myers here. What's up, Bill? What's the weather like? We got someone saying hello from India. Crazy drivers. You know what? I know it looks crazy, it looks chaotic, but actually, it's not bad at all. I don't know. Maybe I'm just used to it. Hi guys. Maybe I'm just used to it, which probably is the case. I just kind of blend right in with the traffic. Where's the beach? The ocean's the opposite direction of where I was. I was down there walking by. It's not the beach actually per se, right exactly where I'm at, but the ocean was right there. Now I'm more in the city. There's an earthquake coming. I hope not, but it's possible. They happen here. Had just a tiny one since I've been back here in Dumaguete. It was a 4.0. Just vibrated the bed a little bit, and that was it. Thank God. When I was in Bacolod, that's where I was experiencing a 6.8 earthquake in a high-rise building for the first time in my life. That was not fun. That was not fun at all. What are you going to do the wild day? Did you have a job or something else? I'm retired. I don't have any job. If you want to say YouTube's my job, then maybe you can say that. But I'm just living life, my friend, enjoying it, sharing my journey here on YouTube with you guys and gals, men, women, Filipinas, Filipinos. There's a Yamaha. But no job. I'm retired. Michael Che is keeping you on your toes. Muke says, hi from South America. Suriname. Well, welcome from South America. That's freaking awesome. Welcome to Dumaguete, Philippines. Welcome to the streets of Dumaguete, Philippines. Don't you feel scared when you cross the street? In Japan, drivers are required to stop for pedestrians. You know what? They do here in Dumaguete. No, it's not load. I'm gonna go back the other way. All right, thank you. I saw that and I kind of tried to reset it. Again, it happens sometimes. As pleased as I am with the signal, sometimes if I push it too far, dead zone, yeah. And I try to learn where the dead zones are, but it seems like it always changes up on me. Just when I think I know where the dead zones are, I learn of another one. Karen says, enjoy Dumaguete, Po. Thank you very much, Karen. I love it here. Never a dull moment. Not for me, anyway. But I always point out my favorite places to eat. Like I said, there's places probably I haven't even tried yet, and I'm sure they're good too. But once I find something that I know that works, I always stick there. Like, this place is very popular. There's two of them here in Dumaguete called the Melting Pot. They have sushi, they have chicken meals, all sorts of stuff, but the sushi's really good here. Yeah, no vehicle for me. Sorry if you missed that. Maybe someday a motorbike. But even if I had a motorbike right now, I wouldn't even be using it that much. Maybe I'll go get coconut water. Maybe that's where I'll go. I need to get a drink. I'll show you where I get the coconut. Hey, Rick Wallace. Welcome, 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 Rick. I was wondering about you. I think about everybody, but Rick, you've been very consistent and an awesome new subscriber, which I consider you a friend now, as well as a lot of people. But welcome, Rick. I'm glad you're here. Do you pay ATM fees? When I use my card, like I get cash, but I have an Apple card, almost like Apple Pay, an Apple card. I use that all the time when I make purchases to avoid, I only use cash when it's necessary. I use my Apple card because if I use the physical card, I get 1% every time I use it. If I use the digital card, tap my phone, I get 2% every time. So to me, I just use it and pay it right off right away. So I'm kind of making money with my money. I've never had to make an ATM withdrawal here yet at all when I need cash. Yeah, time for me to get some coconut water. The American Express Blue Cash Everyday Card helps replace lost and stolen passports and has no yearly fees. That's good to know. I remember, all right, American Flight Risk. That's good to know. Thank you for that information. Where's my coconut stand? I think I gotta go down another street. Sir, next drop to my Toledo City, please. Says Karen. If you have a motorbike, you won't be able to answer our chats. There you go, Ray. Plus, like, just wouldn't be the same. I wouldn't enjoy doing a live stream on a motorbike. I don't think I'd even watch I don't even like to watch somebody on a motorbike doing a live stream. It's too fast. I don't know. But I'm gonna go get some coconut water. Show you guys where I get coconut water. And if anybody watching, if I have one request, if you haven't given me a like yet, please give me a like. Getting a like or a thumbs up really helps my channel. Helps it grow, helps it get out to new people like yourself. So if you haven't given me a like, I'd greatly appreciate a thumbs up. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I could do a stop, but I'm just not into that, Michael. I don't need to see anybody cruising around on a motorbike on a live stream. I can watch a video or something if I want to see that. But that's just me, you know. Everybody likes what they like. Now I'm trying to get some coconut water. I just gotta make sure I have some change. Mike, apartments, rentals, where do I find good ones? Well, it depends on where you want to live, Xbox. Do you want to live in Dumaguete? If you're gonna live in Dumaguete, I can help you find an apartment, or at least make recommendations. And I'm gonna get some coconut water because I need a drink. Hi, how are you?
Good. Yeah, you like cocoa?
Water, yeah. Yes, the best.
Yeah. Healthy.
Yes, very healthy. You're exactly right. Exactly right. Thank you, Rick Wallace. I appreciate it. I love that you love my channel. How much, Ibuka? For coconut water, one coconut, it's 35 pesos, Michael. 35. Oh, just take what you need. Thank you. Woo. Thank you very much. He knows exactly what I want. Right there. Yum. Exactly what I needed. Hello, Mick Gray. Morning, Michael. How's you on this wonderful day? It's cold and miserable here. I feel bad that you're cold and miserable. Hopefully watching this can warm you up a little bit, at least in the mind. Yes, it's very delicious. I love it. And I need it when I do my walks. This is the best.
Yeah. Right.
Almost done. Oh, thank you. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you very much. See you guys.
Take care.
Hey, thank you.
Take care.
Thank you. You too. What's this question say? How do you get cash if you don't use ATMs? Well, I brought cash with me when I went back to the States. So currently I'm still using that. When I need cash, I'm just exchanging currency. That's what I'm doing right now. Until I figure out what banking thing I want to do, which is like Wise. I have some options. I still haven't figured out what I'm going to do. Mick Gray says, how much is it to rent an apartment? Well, yeah, Michael, I just leave them the meat just because I'm walking. Sometimes I take it home with me, but it's all good. I eat the meat when, in some situations when I'm by myself, but when I'm doing a live, I just let them have it. They'll use it. Best place to do an exchange, whoever you can find as far as cash, whoever gives you the best rate. There's a place in the mall I can go to. There's a couple other exchange places I can go to. I kind of just see who's offering the closest to like the current exchange, and then I go with that. Usually they're all fairly the same, so I'm not like overly, picky when it comes to that. Last I looked, I think it was like 59.1. Use Schwab, 0 ATM fees, and the blue card. Yeah, I've heard that about Charles Schwab. Yes, I've heard that. Again, like I said, at some point I'm going to decide, as far as a bank and like how I want to do it. Kind of just taking my time with that, kind of listening to everybody's thoughts and opinions. Another friend of mine gave me advice on that as well. Well, see, there you go, 59.24, so it actually went up. That's awesome. I'm hoping it hits 60. I'm sure everybody is. Don't bank in the Philippines. Yeah, I don't want to bank. I just want to set something up where I can transfer my money basically digitally over my phone is what I'm understanding that you could do. But either way, I'm still going to have to get cash. And I guess somebody was telling me about Gcash. You can like cash out in a way through Gcash. I bank here, Michael says, and it's easy. I love pancit, mihan, and some lumpia. I love lumpia, chicken adobo. You can use Wise, Mike, and Gcash. Exactly. The only reason it's funny, I haven't even set up Gcash yet. The only reason I haven't done it is because my girlfriend has it. And she always says, oh, don't worry about it, just do it through mine. But eventually, I just want to do it, have my own. I've kind of just procrastinated when it came to that just because I wasn't forced to do it. And again, with cash, I brought cash from the U.S. here. and USD currency, and I haven't used it up yet. That's Filipino style. Gcash ain't no good for you. You're saying like not good to use. The only time I think it would be nice is when I get more load for my phone. Like when Che buys it for me now, when I need to get more load for my phone, she uses her Gcash to purchase it. Che, okay with girls on cam as long as no Zoom used. David Golden Eagle says relaxing this afternoon. You know what, David? You're always here. I'm starting to figure out people that have been consistently here, and I'm like giving you guys the blue jacket. And again, if somebody's been here and I overlooked you and I didn't see you, I didn't intentionally overlook you. How much cash? I don't want to say how much I brought Xbox, but I've heard people mention like certain amounts of cash that they shouldn't bring, or they won't be able to get it through the airport or whatever. And the amount that I had heard that they said you couldn't bring through the airport was, I had that much and more, and they never said anything to me, so I don't know. All right, here you go. So Michael says 10,000 USD. You can bring cash, if I'm understanding that, on the airplane. Or Xbox says you cannot. Or Thriving says Xbox. I don't want to be stopped for money laundering by mistake. Yeah. All right, maybe Michael can answer Thriving. What is the cash limit USD that you can bring with you on an airplane? Maybe you know, because I don't know. Thank you for showing this stream. Nice for people like me that don't have the money to go visit and enjoy myself again. See, Sergio, that's exactly the reason I want to look at you. Sergio, that's the exact reason I really do this. It's not only for the people that can come here, it's for the people that can't. Because people, you know what, if you can live I'm not saying it's your dreams, but if you can live somewhat of a life through the eyes of me, to me, that's so awesome to do that for somebody. I love that comment. I appreciate that, Sergio. And yeah, whether it be money, it could be money issues, it could be health, it could be due to physical reasons, it could be a lot. And there's a beautiful girl right there, just so you guys know. Because I know people always say, where are the beautiful girls? And you always say that I miss them. But that's what I mean. All right, wait. 10,000. Correct American, declared any amount, undeclared less than 10,000. All right, good. That's what I wanted to know. Well, I didn't bring that much. So that's probably why, well, they never even asked me. I don't know if it's a protocol that they're supposed to ask you. I had it in my backpack and ran it through the bag scanner, screener device. And they never said anything to me. Again, I'm not going to say how much, but it was 10,000 USD. Sergio has a heart. Hey, my heart goes to you, Sergio. That's what I always preach about. I want people to be able to see things through my eyes that for whatever reason they could never come here. And I understand what I'm showing you on a live stream is nothing like what you could truly experience here. But the best thing I can do is share a little bit, with you, and hopefully it makes you happy. It brings something to your day and makes your day better. That's like the best compliment. Several Filipinos I know get paid in crypto working online. I didn't even know that about crypto. I don't have crypto. Xbox easy to wise money to yourself here. See, that's what I've heard, Michael, Thriving Michael. The wise thing is the best thing to use, other than the Schwab card or something like that. I heard that also by my friend Kevin. He knows a lot more than that than I do, so that's one thing that I was learning from him before I figure out what to do. But he also uses Gcash also, and he says that, recommends using Gcash as well. Through your eyes, I see the Philippines. Thank you, Rick Wallace. I'm just going to call you Rick or Wallace. I love Gcash, never a problem. Yeah, I don't have, Shay never has a problem. Sometimes it randomly doesn't work. It's not available. She'll go to, people have gone to buy things and it's just down, maybe to maintenance or something like that. But you don't want to depend solely on Gcash. That's just another option to have. Gcash is way too risky to put any real money on it. Yeah, I wouldn't put a lot on it if I even got it. Che never puts a lot. Basically, we kind of put the amount that she plans on making a purchase, and it's basically gone. It's, yeah, 2:18 in the afternoon, Dumaguete, Philippines, 2:18 p.m. Xbox said, I can't get Gcash until I get Philippine phone number. Yeah, you gotta have that. Lynn says, hey Michael, you took a dollar. I did? I don't understand like that. Hey Michael, you took a dollar to Nini? David Golden Eagle says, beautiful weather here in Iligan City area. Thriving says, I had 196K a few days ago, but always move it to my bank account. Here we go, Miles. Thank you for being here, Miles. I appreciate you sharing in my live stream while you're on vacation. God bless you. You look like you're having so much fun, Miles. 10K US limit per family you can bring, but you need to declare. Thank you, Miles. I know you just came here from the United States. You would know. Appreciate that, Miles. Now you really bring a smile to my face. Yes, Miles. Che and I miss you. We just miss you, Brad. Although it was a brief visit and a brief meeting, it was awesome. Feel like we've known you forever. You called me your brother, so guess what? You're my sister now. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Miles says, miss you too. David Burke says, thanks guys. That guy thinks you're following him. What do you mean, following behind me? I know, I always get this question, hey bro, when you coming to India? Maybe someday. Maybe someday. For now, I'm in the Philippines. You took a $Z98 on the plane. I'm still confused by that. Thriveman says, when you get Gcash, your limit is 100K. If you G-invest 50 pesos to raise your limit. Yeah, that's right. I have heard you have limits on stuff like that. Xbox says, Mike, if you like walking, try Baguio. It's cool in the hills. Yeah, I love walking. I don't know if I could walk in the hills. Depends on what type of cellular service I have. I wouldn't be able to share it. He says, reminds me of Pattaya. Scottish Mel says, hello. Ryven says, hi, Mel. Yeah, again, if any of you guys are new, don't know me, give me a like. I'd appreciate it. That helps my channel grow, obviously. And then if you're not subscribed, you're more than welcome to subscribe if you're interested in my content. Obviously, recently I do a lot of live streams. I like the interaction with people and sharing my feelings and emotions with people. I think that's the best way to sell anything. And it's all real, and you know, I'm just bringing it to you each and every day, and I'm happy every day. And like I said, thank you to each and every one of you guys. And if you don't know, my name's Michael, from the United States, born and raised in Pennsylvania, majority of my life, and then lived in Florida for almost 2 years. But now I'm living abroad in the Philippines. And if I was still living in the States, I'd still be working. I make sure to tell people that all the time. I'd still be working. I wouldn't have a choice. American Flight Risk says, are you planning on coming back to the States at some point? Currently, right now, no. I guess the only way I would come back anytime in the near future would be, worst case scenario, my mother and father just have some health issue or emergency reason, which I would hope that wouldn't be the case, but I know things happen. Second, maybe my mom just misses me too much and she says, Michael, I'm buying your plane ticket. It's expensive to fly back and forth to the States, and I'm not rich by any stretch of the imagination, so I have to budget my money and not just get carried away and careless and just bounce around, because before you know it, you can use it up rather quickly, especially flying back and forth to the States. Dude says, Michael, you could open a USD account with a Philippines bank to earn interest and benefit from rising USD values. That sounds good as well, dude, on a roll. Dave, Dumaguete, Philippines. Miles says, it looks nice weather now in Dumaguete. Yeah, Miles, it's a beautiful day. It's actually a very beautiful day. I'm glad you came to visit. That's awesome that you came here and was able to meet you. Again, like I said, although it was brief, it was still awesome. I'm still appreciative of you and your Brad's generosity and having us with you and basically treat you like family. Very, very, I'm humbled. David says, hey Michael, I have a lot of YouTube to catch up on. Temp is 28, almost 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, now I'm heading towards the water. We'll see. I'm sure the breeze hasn't died down all that much, but I'm gonna try my best to limit the wind, but I just want people to see. I mean, plus it feels good to me. I don't want to sound selfish, but it feels good to me. The infamous Dumaguete sign. After 3 years, go back to the U.S., come back. Well, yeah, I can be here for up to 3 years until I have to leave the country, and then I can come right back. I don't think I'll be waiting for 3 years until I come back again, or until I leave. I think I'll end up going somewhere, maybe not the U.S., but somewhere before the 3 years is up, and then it just restarts that cycle again anyway. Yeah, it's beautiful here. See, the wind has calmed down, at least down at this end, so the wind's not bothering you. But yeah, there goes the Fast Cat boat. I think that's the boat that they put vehicles on or something when it goes over there. That's called Fast Cat. I've been on the Ocean Jet, but that's only for people, and I don't see that one, and that's Sikihor over there. Shoot, I can't see. It's not allowed to SSWI in there. That's the only thing. It gets so bright, and my glasses get tinted, and then the screen gets darker because of the sun, I guess, the heat. Gone to Puerto Rico. Yeah, I've been to Puerto Rico before. Yep. I've been to old and new San Juan, Puerto Rico, long time ago. Yeah, I've been to Puerto Rico before. Had a lot of fun from what I remember. It's been many, many years, but I've been to Puerto Rico. Michael, have you ever been to Pattaya? No, I have not. Oh, this looks cool. Let me see this. I don't know what's going on, but look. See, this is what I love. Look. Hold on. There's another one. Now this is cool. That was wild. I like that. That was fun. Ace Ninja says he just got back from Pattaya. Yeah, someone else mentioned Pattaya earlier. I've never been there. Another place on the list. I hope I live long enough to see all these places. I took my girlfriend to Thailand 2 months ago, says American Flag. That's awesome. Yeah, I haven't been there yet either. There's a lot of places I I maybe hope to visit someday. But you know what? I'm completely happy with where I'm at right now. And when the opportunity presents itself, I know I'll be appreciative and thankful when that comes. Yeah, like a biker rally. But then the vans or trucks, they had like, I don't know, they had these beautiful Filipinas on there, like, I don't know, like pageant type thing. I don't know what that was, but that's one fun thing about the Philippines. Yeah, it's not that expensive to go. Yeah, like a friend of mine went to Japan a few months ago. Round trip ticket was $200 USD. Hey, how's it going? This is Jose from Honolulu, U.S. Navy. That really looks like Honolulu, to be honest. I just wanted to say hi. Thank you, Jose. I remember you. Welcome from Hawaii, man. That's awesome. Welcome from Hawaii. That's wild that you compare here to Hawaii. I'm sure there's some similarities. But that's great that you're stopping by. I appreciate you taking the time. Are those ships or sailboats? That yellow one is a yacht. That's kind of like some kind of boat. That's like a cargo, like a big freighter, like hauling something. I see that there a lot. This one, maybe, I don't know what they do on that boat. Michael White knows a lot about boats. And the other boat out there, that's where the ocean, whatever, they take people and vehicles going to some other island. I fly my first airplane, a jet F-14 a couple days ago. Wow, that's awesome. F-14. Yeah, the weather's awesome here today. It's absolutely, and like I said, almost every day it's like this. Hello, here. You know what? I'm just gonna wait. You're on my live stream, but you can all say hello.
Hello.
Hey, lift your hat up. There you go. That's better. There you go. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hey, Philip Montgomery. Now I see you. Hi, Michael. Do you have any brothers or sisters? Yeah, I have one. I'm the first. There's like my sister. She's the oldest. Then me. Then like Melinda's my oldest sister. Then me. Obviously, I'm Michael. Then a younger sister, Leslie, then a younger brother, Jeffrey. So another brother and two more sisters, Philip. But welcome, Philip. Sorry if I missed you at any point. It gets difficult sometimes. Sometimes I can't even see. It's so dark because of my glasses tinting. Knight says, beautiful ladies. Yeah, and that's just one little sample. I have my biases, you know, like I said, there's beautiful women all over the world, every race, every culture. I just have a bias towards Philippine women and Asian women, but yeah. The transfer me to Honolulu anyways, and I wanted to say hi. Thank you, Jose Gonzalez. I remember you. I appreciate you. Always appreciate you stopping in. What's this one? Jose says, God bless, brother. God bless you too, Jose. I haven't forgotten you. And be safe always. And don't be a stranger. If you can ever stop by again, don't be a stranger. Scuba here. Hello, Scuba. Brian's here. Afternoon all. Hello, Brian. And I always apologize if I don't catch anybody's comments or messages. I completely apologize. I'm doing my best. The walking and talking, and you got the physical aspect of it, and you got the mental aspect of it, believe it or not. You're trying to focus on traffic and then trying to read the comment or the message. Luziel something says, hello from the Philippines. Jose Gonzalez, appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you too, my brother. You're a good guy. You're one of my originals, you know what I mean? Like I said, don't ever be a stranger. Don't ever, you can reach, my Facebook link, I always tell people this, my Facebook link and my Instagram link are in the description on my YouTube channel. So if you just want to reach out that way and say hello, Jose, or anybody else, it's okay. Just like friend me on Facebook. Don't click follow. Hit friend, and then I just accept it. And then, if you don't have Facebook, then that might be an issue. But you can you can message people on Instagram as well. Those are the only two I use. I keep in touch, brother. Good. Love to hear that, Jose. Scuba says, I like the vlogs where you are moving around. You're doing a great job. Well, Scuba, listen, it's easy for me because I love the walk. Remember, I'm the walking fool. This gives people something to look at. Just my opinion. What do a lot of people like to do, especially in another country? People watch how people live, and especially in a different country. I mean, it's very interesting, cultural. I mean, it can be from seeing somebody on a motorbike, then seeing 4 people on a motorbike, children, mother and father, daughters and sons on one motor. I mean, there's always something to see here. But everybody's just always so happy, so friendly, it's just awesome. I love the Philippines. That's as simple as I can put it. But it all starts with the people and it ends with the people. That's the way I feel. How about when it rains? Are you still walking? Yeah, I walk in the rain. I just might not vlog. I could probably try it, and I certainly would be the guy that would try it. But no, even when it rains, I'm out in it. Here, even when it rains, it's still warm out. When I was walking in the States in the winter, I walked in the snow, ice. You had to be careful, but I still walk. No weather, no element is gonna stop me. I'm not a treadmill guy. I know a lot of people go through the treadmill thing. I'm gonna walk outside. I'd get too bored standing on a treadmill. Rick says, nice cars there. Yeah, I mean, it's not, like I said, people like to refer to the Philippines as a third world country. Some areas are, I don't know. I don't feel like I'm in a third world country in Dumaguete. I've never felt it anywhere I've been. Hi, Michael. Do you do weights too? Yeah. Dumbbells. Here's what I do. Other than my walking, I do push-ups. I just think push-ups are the best. I just think they work everything. The more you do, the more you can do. It gets easier the more you do. And make sure you're doing them right and have yourself positioned correctly. You can hurt yourself. You can tweak something and then you're not doing any push-ups. So I do push-ups. Then I do the dumbbell free weights, arms, and then I'm doing squats. I hold a dumbbell in between my chest and squat the whole way to the floor like an Asian squat. And I do those. Stretching is also very important, especially at any age. You want to warm up. And to me, walking is just so safe. Now, I walk a little slower than I normally do when I do the live stream, just because you move too fast, it might bounce too much and stuff like that. But Lynn says, hold on, loud music. Lynn says, Michael, has Che got any sisters? Yeah, she has some sisters. Yeah, she has 2 sisters, brother, nieces. Yeah, I would say she has a huge family, but she's got a decent sized family. This is day 3 using gimbal, is that right? Yeah, whenever I started that, I guess 2 days, this would be day 3. You're right, Stone Cold, day 3, and I guess if anybody's gonna notice, you would notice, Stone Cold, the difference between gimbal or no gimbal. Lynn Angel says, can I hook you up? Sure, I'll tell Che about it, and again, reach out on Facebook or Instagram. You don't need to message me in a comment on YouTube. But yeah, reach out to me, Lynn. Yeah. And there's so many people here that you could meet. A lot of amazing people, men and women, not just, Filipinos. Can you drive legally with a USA license? All I know is that when you first get here, you have an American license that's valid for so many, maybe like 60 days or something. You can use that while driving other vehicles, that covers it. But then I think if you're here for a long term, you have to look into getting like a regular license. But again, I don't drive anything here, so I can't really share. I don't have that much knowledge in that just because I walk everywhere. All right, there you go, Xbox. For 3 months, then you need to get the ACR card, which I have that, and then you can get the driver's license. Yep, there you go. And I guess you still need the ACR card to get your, set up a bank account here, right? Isn't that correct, Xbox? Hold on. You're a great host. I appreciate that, Rick. Again, you guys humble me all the time, but quite honestly, I do this because I like it. I want to inspire and motivate people. That's what drives me even more every day. So, what is an ACR card? It's like your alien certificate registered card or something. I have one. They're good for a year. You skip my comment. Oh boy, Scuba. I'm not trying to skip. I'm going to go back, Scuba. I apologize. It's difficult. Very, very difficult, but I'm going. Why is it that Duma has the best tricycles? They're like twice as big than the others in the Philippines. That's very observant, Scuba. And here's the thing. Do you have the farmer's tan? Maybe slightly. I get my direct sunlight. Let me answer Sula real quick and then I'm gonna go back to Scuba. Slightly, barely have a farmer's tan because I get direct sunlight. When I'm going to the pool, I don't have my shirt on. When I go walking before I do a live stream, I take my shirt off to get direct sunlight. Basically on all of my body with the exception of my, midsection. I'm not walking around in the nude. So yeah, I don't really have, a part of my arms might be slightly darker just because of where I do get more exposure with a shirt on. But back to Scuba. When I was in Bacolod, like obviously these tricycles, you can fit 1, 2, hey! You can fit 1, 2, 3, 4 comfortably in the carriage. Then if someone wants to sit on the side here, 1, 2, sometimes 3. The tricycles in Bacolod, it's basically a motorcycle or a bicycle and the carriage on the side. Che and I fit in one time, we did it in Bacolod. It was so tiny, I was like, I'm not riding this again. It was literally remind me of a buggy carriage, like a baby stroller, that you put on the side. It was so small. So yeah, I didn't like that in Bacolod either. Why they allow the bigger ones here and maybe they don't use them in Bacolod, which is a bigger city, I don't know the reason behind that. Electro Edit says, and wow, when I see the first live video, it only got 3 views, but now Dame 127. 86, is that an alien card good for my country or specific to the Philippines? I think it's specific to the Philippines, but no worries. I'm just reminding you and thank you for going back. No problem, Scuba. Again, this is a blessing that I get so many comments and questions that I can't keep up. It's truly a blessing. But when you're walking, talking, looking at the street ahead, it's challenging. I just can't do it, no matter how hard I try. But I'm humbled by it, and I appreciate everybody that's here, seriously. Zippy's World says you're doing a great job. I appreciate it. It's fun for me. So if you're going to compliment me and say I'm doing a good job when I'm doing something that's fun, that's the best compliment. Sula says your channel is really growing. So happy for you, Michael. Well, Sula, I give all the glory to God. That's the way I see it. That's the way I feel. I've told everybody ever since I've come to the Philippines, I've just been blessed here. And I put a lot of my energy into giving thanks and being thankful for what I get. And I'm telling you, it's been a blessing. The people that I've met, such as yourself, everybody else, I can't describe it in any other way. I'm just very happy, and it's beautiful here, and I'm living a very blessed and beautiful life. Joey Gladstone says, what time is it? 2:43 p.m. Friday afternoon. 2:43 p.m. Friday afternoon in Dumaguete, Philippines. And welcome, Joey Gladstone. Debbie says, hello. Mary says, do they have any Catholic churches there? I noticed there are no street. Yeah, there's no street lights. They don't need them. It works. As crazy and chaotic as it may look, it works. They don't need them. Yes, there are Catholic churches here, Christian churches. So yeah, they have both of those here. Philippines, from my observation, is, fairly religious. Michael, do you have Gcash? No, I don't have Gcash yet. Che does, but I don't. Not yet. I will get it just to have as another option. It's been convenient because Che already has it, so anytime we would want to use Gcash for something, I just give her money and she puts it on hers. But at some point, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Where in the Philippines, says Esh Rush? Dumaguete, Philippines. Dumaguete, Philippines, that's where I'm at. They're always watching. Yo, 1045 Bay Area, California. Welcome from California. That's why I kind of start my live streams when I do, because, obviously you get US, Canada, but I try to kind of get all the different time zones. I want to get some East Coast, Midwest, obviously East Coast, Midwest, West Coast. I try to incorporate everybody. So I appreciate anybody that's been here in my live stream. This is so humbling and such a blessing. But if you're ever in Dumaguete, I'm going to show you. And then we got 145 in Boston. Hello, Shannon. I'm going to show you guys where the, not that you would remember, maybe you wouldn't even care, where the immigration office is here. This is like the main street here in Dumaguete, in the city. So if you ever see this Unitop, we are global guys, Sula says. Unitop or this Greenwich Pizza, you make a left and you come down here. But the tricky part isn't so much getting to the location where the immigration office is. It's actually seeing it, because it's like down in an alley. Dan says, Michael, hi, my name is Dan. Hello, Dan. How you doing, my friend? Where are you from, Dan? I'm in Dumaguete, Philippines, doing my daily walk, which is now a walk-in live stream, but thanks for being here. 707. We are global guys, Sula says. Yeah, going global. Going global. So if you ever get to the point, not that you'd ever remember, but the funny thing about this immigration office is you get to this royal stitch. When I came here before, I'm like looking for a door. Well, here it's actually down this hallway. So if you need to go to immigration, it's down at the end of this hall. It's like an alley, an enclosed alleyway. Very different, but it's down there. I did do a video about that on YouTube just because I thought it would be helpful for people, because first time I came to the Philippines, I got lost trying to find it, because I'm thinking, oh, it's a front entrance. It's down that enclosed alleyway. Brian says, just about time for me to knock off. Yeah, I won't be going much longer either. I had my coconut water, but I'll be knocking off for some regular water and maybe like a small coffee. Lost you for a while, phone is messing up. Sorry, Michael Hunter. Let me know if it's all right now. Maybe it was just where I was at. Need to go, but good to see you, Michael, Brian, Scuba, everyone. Sue, thank you for once again stopping by. You know, you're one of my, you've been here a long time. I hope the Brooks shoes, hello. I hope the Brooks shoes sneakers are working well for you. I remember I thought you said you got Brooks. So I hope they're still serving the purpose for you. They should make helmets compulsory for tricycles. That would be funny. Yeah, that would be funny, seeing them wearing helmets on a tricycle. Hey, Xbox says, wait, I missed that. Hey, Mike, we can do 25 push-ups together. You start and I will follow. Anytime I'll do, I don't know about right now. Hey, hello. I don't know about right now doing push-ups in the sidewalk or on the street, although that would be interesting. That would be interesting for everybody. Seeing a foreigner starting to bust push-ups in the middle of the street. Dan, Spokane, Washington, I just wanted to say you do an amazing job. I was in the Phils during the wars, and you were right there. Women are pretty. Thank you, Dan. I always love meeting new people, especially people that comment and let me know where you're from. And obviously, the compliments are humbling. I'm just being me, doing my walks, and I never realized it would have any type of effect on people. I was going to do them regardless of how many people showed up. My goal every day is to at least be able to inspire maybe one person that shows up on a daily basis, and maybe they take a leap of faith and try something different. Get out, fly halfway around the world and see something different and new, and you might surprise yourself and be very, very happy with your choice. But being realistic, you might not like it either, but I have nothing but great things to say about the Philippines. But begins with the people, ends with the people. That's how I feel. Sorry, said, where are you? I'm in Dumaguete, Philippines. Sorry, Troy Key, Mustafa, Sammy says, greetings from Aruba. Greetings from Aruba, Sammy. That's awesome. I'm in Dumaguete, Philippines, doing my daily walk, my daily live stream. Just give the people in the church, be love the true people of God. Appreciate that, Pacific Omba. I appreciate that. Dude on a roll says Dumaguete, Philippines. Edwin says Duma Power Walk is on. You know it. Brian says, I can live without Manila, though. Having said that, the history is fascinating. Boxer says, you're a good personality. You explain clearly and precisely. If you were to expand your time on screen to complete stops, eat, show inside shops, triple viewers. Well, that's where videos are going to come into play there, Boxer. There's some restaurants that I've become, pretty good friends with the owners. Already in discussions of doing like a restaurant interview, showing some of their food and my favorite places here in Dumaguete. I actually know some places that people that I know here have lived for years and they've never even been to these places, and I was shocked to find out that they weren't because they're so good. Sherry says, what time do you usually start your lives? Philippine time, 12 in the afternoon, between 12 and 1 p.m. in the afternoon. Let's sample, if you're in the United States and you're on the East Coast. Right now, United States would be 1:52 a.m. I'm 13 hours ahead of where my family lives in Pennsylvania. I know, dude. It's coming. Trust me, it's coming. It's coming. But you're allowed to get on you can get on me. I respect that. Sometimes I need a swift kick in the butt. It's all good. Caracas soccer team has broken a world record. That's awesome to hear. Englishman, hey, Cash, you're walking far this morning. My bro is going 999 consecutive marathons for charity. That's awesome to hear. Very, very awesome. I'm trying to see if there's any. Dumaguete is very far place and me 3 days to come. Sherry says, all right, yeah. So East Coast, it would be 12 a.m., 11:30 at night, 12 a.m. East Coast, midnight. I try to come up with a time that I thought maybe people could all kind of be able to join. It's difficult. Good math. I'm East Coast, New York. There you go, Jeffrey Moore. Thank you. Troy, cost of living is very inexpensive. If you're single, the consensus seems to think $1,000 to $1,200 USD, up to $2,000, and you can live a pretty good life here. That seems to be the consensus. If you got like 5,000 USD a month, you're like a king here in the Philippines. Stone Cold says, if you do studio long form blog, be good to include Kevin's as well to compare if he's okay with that. Gotcha, Stone Cold. I got you. That's actually a good idea to include, to compare. Again, before I go, if anybody's here, my name's Michael. If you haven't given me a like, I'd appreciate a like. You just tap the screen, they're for free, and it helps my channel. That's honestly all I ever want, is just the likes are the most important things. But with that being said, I'm 123 minutes into this. Zippy, good night. I think it's clean here, stranger. I don't think it's that bad. Are some places worse than others? Yeah, but I've seen places in the States that aren't clean either. So I don't want to throw shade on the Philippines. Papa Gear, take care. Brian, Xbox Master, Jeffrey. Yes, Filipina P lives here in Dumaguete. I know her. She's a very great, awesome person. But I don't think she's here right now. I haven't seen her in a while. Last I heard, she was in the United States. Boxer says, I once lost at night, Scranton, PA area. Ended up Pike Restaurant, top of a mountain. As Philippines mountains like PA are flat. They have mountains here in the Philippines. It gets a lot cooler. They have mountains. I don't know if they're like Appalachian, you know, high mountains like that. But they have mountains. Next time we do push-ups, oh boy, that'll be interesting. I'll have to set the camera up and do them on the ground. All right, we'll work on the push-ups. Anyway, everybody, each and every one of you, thank you so much for being here once again for another live stream. I'm blessed, humbled, thankful for each and every one of you guys, girls, ladies, Filipinos, Filipinos, wherever you are in the world. Good evening, good night, good morning. Just have a great day. Be happy. Again, thank you for sharing your precious time with me. But I'll be back tomorrow to do it again, because I'm still walking either way. It's up to you guys if you want to walk along with me. So good night. God bless. See you guys later. Thank you. Peace, love, happiness.